the Nazis had been stealing art out of Warsaw, Amsterdam, Paris. And to put a team together and try to protect what's left and find what's missing.
Monuments, man.
Signed by Roosevelt.
How many men?
For now, 6.
Jeez.
Well, with you at 7.
Aren't you a little old for that?
Yes.
Did you do with the screenplay? Did you were afraid of lose something from the book?
Well, there's so much in the book. It's that thick of a book. So we knew we'd have to lose some things, but we wanted to convey the idea that that our history has to, all of our history, the world's history, has to be preserved, because in art, in monuments, in manuscripts, whatever it is our only way of knowing where we came from.
You've all been selected because we're going to need your knowledge, and we're going to need your skill.
Welcome to the war, Sergeant.
Bloody hell. We're going to go through basic in England.
Basic training. Oh, boy.
Nice right here.
Well, the first thing, George sent me an email, and it just said, "What are you doing in the spring?" And I wrote back, "Nothing." And then he sent me the script. So I already knew I was going to do the movie. I didn't know what it was. And then I read this script, and I thought it was incredible. I couldn't believe that this was true. And I asked him to send me all of the research material that he had. And then I started to learn about this story in Mr. Edsel's book, and it's an incredible story. It's one we should all know.
This seems to be a bit of a problem.
A bit.
Here's the thought. We put down our guns, you go your way, we go our way. No hard feelings. Oh, well, I thought it'd be fun to work with George. George's a lot of fun, but the project is so great. The story is so wonderful. It's never been told before. And the idea that we could do something new about the war, it'd probably be the last chance to do an original story about World War II. I don't think these people knew they were risking their lives. They just knew they wanted to contribute and help in some way. And only when you arrive in a war zone do you realize, oh, holy cow, we could all die all the time, just in the random way that bombs fall and bullets fly. So a few gave their lives, a few gave their lives, not intending to throw themselves in front of a piece of art, but to throw themselves and all that they were in the name of this fight, put themselves at risk.
And you, what kind of actor are you?
I'm a lousy actor. I'm just okay. I'm all right. I like it. It's the only thing I know how to do, so I just keep doing it.
Band radio is about to go live.
I hope we play music.
Calling London and all the ships at sea.
We read you loud and clear.
How far will this thing reach?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Roger that.
George Clooney's an excellent director. He's a lot of fun and very prepared. This was the first time I'd heard about it. I got to read a book about it, do a little research, and it's a story that needed to be told.
We've been tasked with the finding and protecting of over 5 million pieces of stolen artwork.
This is a model of his planned Führer Museum. It will be one of the biggest in the world.
We need a lot of art to fill it. This is why Hitler didn't bomb Paris.
Well, he bombed London.
Yes, I know.
George fait beaucoup de choses et il en parle peu d'ailleurs. Il a l'humilité de ne pas trop en parler, mais par rapport au Soudan, Alors c'est pas le même engagement physique, évidemment. Est-ce qu'on aurait le courage de le faire? Je ne sais pas. Ça, c'est comme à l'époque, pendant la Seconde Guerre mondiale, en France, on se disait, est-ce que j'aurais pu être résistant? Est-ce que j'y serais allé? Je pense qu'il faut être face aux faits pour décider ce genre de choses. Il faut être à la fois un peu inconscient et très courageux. Moi, je me sens très chanceux. En fait, moi, ça m'amuse beaucoup. C'est que je me dis, je prends ça avec aussi beaucoup de second degré, quoi. Parce que je sais que ma vie n'est pas ni à Hollywood et que ça ne se répétera pas forcément tous les jours, ce genre de choses. Donc j'essaie de le prendre avec beaucoup de fantaisie, d'humilité et de plaisir parce que c'est rare. Mais le second degré m'a souvent sauvé, moi, dans ce métier. De ne jamais trop y croire, et ça, c'est chouette.
Mr. President, we are at a point in this war that is the most dangerous to the greatest achievements known to man.
My question is very simple. Why did you say yes to this project?
Well, mine was very easy, basically. If George Clooney asked you to be in a movie, I think you'd be in it, probably. And then when I found out also what it was about, that it's an important subject. It's a serious movie, but it's also a fun movie and great fun to be in. And when I saw who the cast was, that it was George, and that it was a story that I cared about, it was really easy. Then, of course, we get to stay in Europe for 5 months, which is not a bad thing.
Lieutenant, have the equipment, you're not going to have the manpower.
I think that went well.
The Nazis are on the run. They're taking everything with them. So we have to get as close to the front as we can.
I'm interested in what you saw there.
Thousands of pieces. They would photograph the art, then take to Hitler.
Oh, there's always adjustments that have to be made. I mean, 2 hours goes by in the snap of a finger. This is such an epic story. There have to be things that are moved around to try and squeeze it all in. But I think the important thing is the principles of what these men and women did during World War II are respected. And people are going to know about this great moment in civilization that's not just a great moment for America or for Great Britain or for Italy, but for people around the world, because these things belong to all of us. They're not just, they're in Italy, they're in the United States, they're wherever they are, but they belong to all of us. And without us all making an effort to preserve these things, they're not here.
This mission is never designed to succeed. If they were honest, they would tell us that. They tell us that with this many people dying, who cares about art? They're wrong, because it's exactly what we're fighting for our culture and for our way of life.
I think when you're around people like that are so good at what they do, through osmosis you pick up on things, the way they are, the way they approach work and the attitude they have towards it, and in particular the fact that they don't take themselves too seriously as people, but they take the work very seriously. And I think getting to work in that atmosphere where, you know, them guys work at such a high level, and you get to experience that and also see how much they love what they're doing. And so for me, I guess that was, you know, being in that and absorbing all that was just great. Yeah.
You can wipe out an entire generation, you can burn their homes to the ground, and somehow they'll still find their way back. But if you destroy their history, you destroy their achievements, then it's as if they never existed. That's what Hitler wants. That is exactly what we're fighting for.
Stop. I seem to have stepped on a landmine.
Why would you do something like that?
What do you got?
Lieutenant here seems to have found himself on an unexploded mine.
Why would you do that?
You all have been spending too much time together.